Welcome back to Storm of Truth. I'm going to talk to you about my top 10 picks on prepping on a budget. They're in no particular order. I'm just going to show you one at a time. Rice. Any kind of rice that you eat, that amount of rice right there, that's 5 pounds. Parboiled rice, which you can get any kind of rices out there. Brown rice, white rice, there's jasmine rice, there's so many different kinds of rices. Every single one of them, if you've never cooked rice before, that rice expands a lot and it makes a lot out of one bag. So if you've got a bigger family and y'all like to eat rice, you can make all kind of meals out of that rice too. Whatever, there's so many different recipes for rice out there. Or figure out your own, try something up. It's good. It's a good filler for the body too. So that's definitely got to be in my top 10. Okay, let's go to number 2. But just like I said, they're in no particular order. And let me know in the comments what some of your picks is too for the cheapest ones on the budget. Alright. Any kind of pasta. I know it's hard to find right now at the stores. But it's still real cheap if you can find it. If you can make some kind of meal out of it, you can add something with it to fill you up. It's just so good and so cheap still right now. Even though the prices just went through the roof. And it lasts a long time too. Which that's the great value spaghetti noodles. But y'all know how many different kind of pastas they are. I just wish there's more of them in our stores. Which your stores may be packed with them. I don't know. Maybe they are. But that's one of the items. Let's go to something else. Let me move them over. Okay, here's another one. Hunt's pasta mix. That's the garlic and herb. You can make a meal out of that. You more or less got to doctor it up, but it's still dirt road cheap in our area. I think she found one the other day, one of these Hunt's pasta sauce for 79 cents, so it's still cheap. And you can make a lot of meals out of that. So that's going to be number 3. I was just thinking in my head how many things we've made out of it. And we've made a bunch of stuff out of it. But just like I said, whatever you're going to mix with it, you'll come up with something out of that. Okay, let's go to something else. Here's another one. Great value instant mashed potatoes, which you can get any kind wherever you shop at. You can get all different varieties of the potato flakes. And that's a good one. And that's something cheap too. If you got a bigger family and everything, go ahead and put something else. Or you could even eat it alone. Or you can mix something with it, whatever you want to do on there. There's so many. The options are limitless, just like the Hunt's pasta sauce. So many things you can do. Especially for the money. Because that one right there's got, but you can get the bigger ones. It's got 15.3 ounces in it. And I go a long way. Even we're a family of 4 and I go a long way for us. And you can vacuum seal that too, or whatever you want to do with it to go ahead and long-term store that too. Okay, here's another one. Now this is up to you and your family. A lot of people eat this and a lot of people's totally against this. That's up to you. But this is Ramen noodles, the chicken flavor. We got the beef. To me, I like the beef better than the chicken. Everybody's got their own taste buds, so that's up to you on that right there, which kind you get, or if you've never tried them. It's still cheap to prep, so it's got to be in the top 10. And it's another one that you can add a lot of stuff to it and make a meal out of. You can add chicken, turkey, whatever you want to it, or whatever your own recipe. I'm sure you got recipes. If you eat them, I'm sure you got your own recipe. You know what all you can put with them and make a meal out of it. Simple and easy to do. Okay, let's go to something else. That's still pretty cheap for the money, even though stuff's went up. Chicken noodle soup. Cream of mushroom, that could have been in this top 10 too. Because cream of mushroom, I started putting it in it, but I didn't. There's so many different things you can do with cream of mushroom. But just like chicken noodle soup, so many people eat that, whatever variety you want to get. I wish they cut back on some of the sodium though. I've been looking at sodium, and the more sodium that I eat now, at my age, it'll mess my blood pressure up. So I've been noticing how much sodium's put in most all the foods. And there, to me, in our area, there's not as many foods out there and everything with no salt like there used to be. Which one good thing about vegetables, you can go ahead and drain them and rinse them off, get that salt off of them. So that's what I recommend you do. Most of you people knows that, but if anybody don't, just when you get something, if you got a salt problem, drain it off and rinse it off, and it'll help you a good bit. That's what I do. Okay, here's another one. Good old macaroni cheese. You can eat it right out of the box. The generic ones, even the generic ones at Aldi's and everywhere else, the dollar store is still pretty cheap. And Dollar Tree, which Dollar Tree went $1.25, so I know a lot of people still buy it there, even $1.25, but a lot of people I've noticed is boycotting Dollar Tree compared to what they used to, since it went up on prices. And the employees said that there's not as many people shopping at all. But you can make so much out of that macaroni cheese to make a meal out of it. That's another pasta product. But I had to mention macaroni cheese because, I mean, that is a major something to prep to make an easy meal, even for a bigger family. So prep up some macaroni cheese, even if you have to get the cheap kind, just like this. This right here, more or less, I have to doctor it up, but I can eat it. I'm fine with eating just right now out of it. Some people like this, some people don't. I know the Velveeta and Kraft does taste a little better, but I'm pretty used to this more or less the cheaper macaroni cheese because you can make it better by putting different stuff in it. But definitely prep you some macaroni cheese. Okay, here's another one that'll last a long time, especially if you like oats. Now, lots of people eat oats, and these are pretty healthy for you too. Just like that one. That's got 42 ounces in it. That's a bunch of oats, and that'll go a long way too. However you eat them, a lot of people put sugar in them. I do put a little bit of sugar in mine, butter in mine. And they're simple to eat, more or less fix up, just like cooks in 1 minute for breakfast or something, or anytime through the day. But I'd definitely be prepping me some oats. Okay, here's another one. That's an easy, quick meal, and you can always add something healthier, like just like on a box, strawberries, blueberries. A lot of people put chocolate in them. Whatever you want to put in them, you can put all kind of dried fruit, fresh fruit, whatever you want to do. You can make so many different waffles and pancakes out of that mix. And that mix right there will last a long time too. It's got 32 ounces in that. And for the money, that's still good prep to be prepping. And a quick meal too. Okay, here's the last one. And this one may be a little controversial, but still so many people right now still like sugar or whatever. So I had to put this in here because that's real cheap. We got that at the Family Dollar Dollar Tree. It's a Chestnut Hill. And we got it cheap too. Original pancake syrup. And that syrup tastes pretty good too to be cheap syrup. So if you can handle sugar and you like sugar, that is a good prep to be getting. Especially if you're going to make pancakes or waffles or eat it with something else. A lot of people eat it with peanut butter. And that was one of the ones I started putting on there, peanut butter, because it lasts a while. But the prices went up some on it, but peanut butter is such a good protein. I guess I should have put that on there, but I did not put it on the list. But let me know what you put on that list for a cheap prep. Even though the prices went up, I want to know what you're thinking after you watch this. And thanks for watching, and I'd love to have you subscribe, and y'all have a great day.